Hey, what's up? What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another review show. How's everyone doing? Who we got in here? We got Genwell, and I'm shipping up to Boston. It's the first one in. What a legend. It's been a lot lately. Absolute champion, Genwell. Another legend of the chat. What's going on? What do we got here? Who are you going for? Genwell. I'm shipping up to Boston says. I'm going for the Netherlands. I'm quarter Dutch, so I'm going Netherlands. Beauty. Genwell says England, and with Mainu, generational talent Mainu. What a player. He is a generational talent. Shipping out to Boston says good luck. Good luck to you. All right. Before we get into it, if you're new, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. KP, you are a legend, bro. Thank you, Boston. Thanks, mate. Thanks a lot. You're a champion, man. Always in the chat. That's the legends, man. The guys that are always here supporting. That's what we like. How's everyone doing? Did everyone watch the games? Games are pretty good, man. 2 games went to penalties, which was, pretty cray. So Portugal went to penalties twice in a row, as we know, and didn't get the chocolates, but we'll talk about that. We'll look at the results, then we'll look at the fixtures and talk a bit about those games. But yeah, before we get into it, like I said, like, share, subscribe. Get into it. Let's bring up the results for the quarters. So the results for the quarters were Spain knocking out the hosts Germany in a win after extra time, 2-1. France beating Portugal on penalties, so obviously extra time as well. So 3 of the 4 games went to extra time. Then England knocking Switzerland out on penalties. Great, they did really well on penalties actually, and so did France. And then Netherlands beating Turkey 2-1 in regulation. 11 WR22 says hello. Genwell says, well, the other one didn't go to pens because there was a pen that wasn't given. Yeah, true. Colombia looked pretty decent in Copa America. They got really good. Didn't they win 5-0 or something? Brazil out to Uruguay. That went to penalties, didn't it? Douglas Luiz missed, I think, and that guy that Man United are looking at, Ugarte. He played really well. 11 WR20. I don't think you're new. I've seen you before and I've seen that picture. But if you're new, prove it and make that live sub counter go up. But I don't think you are. I think you're being cheeky. I think you're like Ronald or something. But yeah, no, they are looking good, Boston. You said you're going for them. You've been saying you're going for Colombia for a while. I think you might could get that, man. You could get that. So just joking. I'm William. That's right. You're William Rowe. That's what the WR stands for. I knew that. I knew the picture, man. Knew you weren't new. All right. I'll bring up the quarters one more time and we can talk about that first game. So the first one was where a lot of people think the winner of this game was going to go on to win the tournament. Spain ended up winning 2-1 after extra time. I think Spain looked really good. That Dani Olmo came on, I think, off the bench, and he scored the first goal, and then he set up the winner for Marino. Wirtz came on for Germany, got the equaliser late on. But Nagelsmann hadn't been starting him the past couple games. Don't know why. I think he proved that he's got to start, man. Real Madrid are looking at him, Barcelona looking at him, City, United, all these big clubs looking at Wirtz. He's a generational talent too. As much as we're talking about Mainu, Yamal, all these players, I think Wirtz is and they got Musiala as well. I think the next World Cup, probably that's 2 years, and the Euro, they're going to be really strong, Germany. So the GT says, go Netherlands, go Colombia. He's with shipping up to Boston. He's there with him. He wants them. This for you, GT. See this coffee cup that Jess bought? Nice little one. It's cute, eh? Yeah, Boston likes that. Yeah, but I think Nagelsmann might look back on that decision not to start him and think, man, could we have got him in somewhere for someone else? I don't know, go a bit more attacking. I heard Wirtz is staying for the coming season as part of it. Yeah, listen, he may as well stay, but he's got a huge career ahead of him. He's, what is he, 19? Stay for one more year. Alonso's probably going to leave after that year too. You never know. Alonso could be Real Madrid's manager, because I don't think Ancelotti's staying on after this year. He's pretty much said that. So they're going to be in for a new manager, and mate, Alonso going there, imagine that, taking Wirtz with him. And then if they, they got other players like Frimpong. If he doesn't go, it was linked to United. If he doesn't go anywhere, could Real Madrid get him as well? With Alonso going there, he'd be loving it. Alonso could be new Liverpool manager after Slot sacked in December. Listen, if he's doing really bad, I don't want him to get sacked. Like they always used to say to us about Ole and that, like, keep him. If he's doing bad, I want them to, trust the process and stay with him. So GT's Greek, I'm pretty sure, Boston. He's just said he got a soft spot for them. He's like my brother. I was saying it the other night. They got a soft spot for them because they grew up, seeing the Flying Dutchman and in the 80s and 90s with, and even the 70s, Cruyff, Hullet, Van Basten, Rijkaard, these players. When you grow up watching them, you get a soft spot for these nations like the Netherlands, like that, because they're just full of class, and you watch them and it makes you happy watching them, you know what I mean? Like it's what being a football fan is all about. But Germany on home soil out. I wanted Germany to win, as I've said it many times on here. It's a shame that they are out. Home soil, I think they'll be thinking they really probably could have done more. In the end, thinking quarterfinals, that's not, it's not the best, is it? Like, they would have been thinking semi or final, I think. like minimum, especially it was on home soil, but they got the tough end of the draw as well. So, unfortunate to them, but I think in the coming tournaments they're going to be really strong. It depends if Nagelsmann stays on or he goes back into club management. I think he's a club manager, even like the way they play. He's not, and he's young. He's not, is not being involved so much. Is he going to enjoy that? But managing the national team, I don't know, but it's a wait and see game. I think they're definitely not going to get rid of him. They're doing. To be fair, they had a real good manager before him and Flick, and it wasn't working out. And Hansi Flick's at Barcelona now, so listen, it's looking good for Germany. But in saying that, they're out. I was going to say they're going home, but they are already home because they're hosting it. Genwell says, trust the process, pool fans. Shipping up the boss says, I got a soft spot for Greek Cyprus. Thank you very much. What a legend. And the big man enters the chat. He goes, tell me if I got that good? If I got him saying damn, and then I said enters the chat, if it went in, so I didn't have to say it. And I know I can do it again. Was perfect. There you go. That's why I'll do it like this from now on. You ready? And there he is. And enters the chat. Seamless. I love when Dab comes in. Oh, shit. Shipping up to Boston. I wonder if we can get one for him. It's funny. Dab's probably the only one that's got one for, his own bam when he comes in. I like it. Anyway, in saying that, let's bring up the next result. So, Germany, done. Spain, through. And I think Spain are going to be pretty confident too that they could go on and win it. GT needs a Pelican. Listen, I'm going to allow him to have it, even though I patented it. It's got to just be like Percival. Mr. Percival, Mr. Percival. That's it. It'd be the best. There is a Sonka, I know that. Yeah, that's true. We'll see if we can get it without being copyright. But, all right, I'll bring up the next one. Quarter results. Here we go. So, the next one was France going through on penalties 5-3, and damn, their penalties were good. Yeah, I know there's a song. Yeah, I know. Yeah, their penalties were really good. Is it time for the some call the GOAT in Cristiano Ronaldo? Is he holding Portugal back? It's sort of sad when it gets to a point like that with such a great player of any sport, and you think they're holding. It gets to a point where they even they don't want to drop him. It's just like, but man, it's got to be done. I think it's listen. He's playing in Saudi Arabia. Whether he wants to tell you it's a good league or not, listen, I'm sure it's a serviceable league. Yeah, Piers Morgan is holding it. Listen, I'm sure it's a serviceable league. I'm not saying it's terrible. It's probably they're still professionals. But at what level are they? You know what I mean? Like, I know Kante is playing over there and he's playing for France in the center of the park, but when you're playing in a position up front where you've got to do a lot of work and a lot of, you got to finish, and he's not in the midfield. You can distribute and sit, maybe not be as much of a runner. Yeah, I agree it's Hess, but they're still professionals. You know what I mean? Like, Saudi Arabia come out and beat Argentina in the World Cup, so they're still professionals, but it's not a quality league, is it? The problem with him is he's playing up front, and their whole game plan is to get the ball to him because he has been one of the best goal scorers the planet's ever seen. Goals ratio, however you want to put it, whether you like him, don't like him, that's factual. He's been one of the best goal scorers we've ever seen, and their whole game plan is catered to getting him to score. He didn't score a goal in the whole tournament. Probably 2 tournaments in a row now that he's been pretty bad. So and the last was it Ramos, the manager? I can't remember who it was his name. With Portugal at the World Cup, he dropped him and they started playing better. So he brought that other guy Ramos in, the player Gonçalo Ramos, and he scored a hat trick. I remember in the World Cup. Theo Hernandez is a star. So I don't know. Listen, like I said, it's a bit sad seeing a player like that when it's, but he's really hanging on. But I mean, you've had a great career, man. Just accept you can't play for your country forever, your whole career. You know, like, it gets to a point where you can see out your career and you're still not playing for your country. You know what I mean? So I think it's done for him. I think if Martinez wants any success with Portugal, he's got to drop him. I think one of the mistakes he made, I'm not sure, I'm going to search right now when he bought Bruno off, because they knew they were going to penalties. So here, France, Portugal, got it here. I bought Bruno Fernandes off in regulation time, but if you think a game's gone to penalties, it's France. Do you take Bruno off? Like, whether, Ronaldo, I know he takes the first one. He'll tell you he's the best one. I think Bruno is their best penalty taker. I think he's missed one for Man United in his time. So, hi, KP and everyone on the live chat tonight. Zakao in the house. How are you, man? More France praise, Genwell says. Yeah, listen, they're very good. Their lineup is amazing. So, and they haven't scored a goal and they're winning. Martinez is also bad. Like the manager, I don't like him at all. I said don't rate their manager. I think Germany had the best manager in the competition, but not the best team. So that's where they've sort of fell short. Deschamps is obviously a good manager. He's won some major tournaments. So he's, whether you like his football or not, he's really good. De La Fuente, Spain, is a good manager. I don't really rate. I haven't rated him recently, Coleman. He was good at Southampton. He's okay, but he's better than Martinez, I think. Deschamps is prime, Jose personified. Yeah, but hey, I would want Jose to be my manager if we were in a knockout tournament. So KPCC Colombia, CC Caribe. There you go. Boston Vamos, Colombia. GT says. Yeah, so I don't begrudge that type of manager when you're in a knockout tournament. It's hard to sort of win a league like that now, but in a knockout, I think Mourinho would be perfect for Portugal. Now, if I was them, I'd go hammer and tongs for him. Get him out. I know he just went to Galatasaray instead of Martinez. He's Portuguese. Like, I'd be going for him. It's, that manager wins knockout tournaments. That's what I think, Either way, I want Colombia or Uruguay to win it against Argentina. Argentina hasn't been the best. Yeah, I wouldn't mind Colombia or Uruguay. Either of them would be good. Who are Argentina playing? They're playing Canada, is that right? Am I right? Yes, Colombia. Yes, Caribbean. There you go. Yeah, they're playing, Canada. Yeah, I was right. Canada. Imagine Canada win it. That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy if they win it. But yeah, in saying that, let's go to the next game, which was a bit of the talking point of the probably the round, because a lot of people were tipping England not to go through. I mean, I think I even tipped Switzerland. I said I think it's I said it'll be a close game. I think a lot of us said it'll be a close game. I think Joy was the only one who was confident England would go through. He said he's backing England to win it, and he got it right. But let's bring it up. That was England 1, Switzerland 1, England winning 5-3 on penalties. Their penalties were good, really good as well as France. As much as I don't like him, you got Trent on your last penalty. You're loving that. His set pieces are wicked. Saka, it was good to see him score a penalty after last time. I think even Jadon Sancho sent him a message, when they missed in the last Euros, and, him, Rashford, and Sancho got racially abused for it. All that crap. It was sort of good to lay those demons to rest. Kane wasn't on the field, but Tony's probably one of the best penalty takers, was on in his position, and he scored. Who else took it? It was Tony, Trent, Saka. It's hard to remember him now. I know Kanji missed the first one. It was hilarious. He plays for Man City, so it's funny. Palmer, that's right. Palmer and Bellingham. So they were good penalties too. Akanji, in the end, it comes down to him. He misses that first penalty. Soft penalty, really, as well. Good save by Pickford, but, it was a good save, not a great save. Soft penalty by Akanji. Listen, they'd probably be upset they didn't win. They were winning in the 75th minute, and then Saka scores a real nice goal to equalise. But it's like his trademark. Like, if you're in the last 10, 15 minutes, and you've defended that well, the last thing you let Bukayo Saka do, I know it's easy saying it from here, but as a defender, is don't let him come in on his left. Like, just stand there so he can't. Make him go on his right and put a cross in or something, or cut it back or something. Don't. Last thing you let him do is go in on his left and curl a shot in. Like, that's. I mean, coach, he'd be tearing his hair out. The coach, like, he's probably been saying to them all game, push Saka down the line, right foot. Not saying he's crap with it. He's competent with it still, but push him down the line, get him on the right foot. Don't let him cut in on the left foot. Like I KP is so wise. I know even as a player, like I'm looking for that to cut in. Stand on his foot, make him do something else, make him dink the other way, and even get a shot off on his left, or like I said, just cross it or something. KP, congratulations on the 3-1 the other day with the double Vermont. Yeah, we did. We won. We're actually in real good form at the moment. We've won 7 of our last 8 games. 1 loss in that, but we're sitting second and we're doing really well. Ronaldo got kicked out by France, like Cal says. He did. Letting Saka cut into his left is criminal. Yeah, listen, you're not going to stop it every time, but when you're that late in a game, letting Saka cut in, and all credit to Saka, like you don't take anything away from England and Saka, but letting him do that is, man, take him down, do something. Don't let him get a shot off, cutting in on his left foot, curling at back post like he did. Yeah, I think Gen will put it perfectly. That is, it's criminal, like really criminal. Boston, I am from the Middle East, Zakal says. Middle East, close to Cyprus, Zakal. Close to Cyprus, mate. Let's go, KP. I'm rooting for your team, bro. Vamos. Thank you, mate. Thank you. The Crows, Boston. What a guy. Well, but he didn't say that, though, did he? Damn. He said, which nation are you going for? He didn't say which club. Which nation? Which nation, man? Dan would have been going for Italy, man. I'm sure. But I don't even think the most one-eyed Italy fan thought they were going into this tournament and going to win that. I think I was saying it once before, and Netherlands have surprised it, but look, Brazil out. This current, let's say 2020-ish to now, maybe 22 to now, this Italy, Netherlands, and Brazil is the worst I've seen them player for player. Like, if you go through the list of players, some of the Brazil team, like, no offense to him, I know he's playing for Villa and I think he's gone to Juventus now. Douglas Luiz, who missed the penalty for Brazil the other day, he wouldn't even be in the squad of the Brazil teams of yesteryears. You know, like, that Italian team, I don't know about damn how much is into but I was looking at the Italian national team and I was like, who are these blokes? Like, I knew Calafiori, Scalvini got injured, Donnarumma, everyone knows him as a star. Chiesa wasn't there. Other than that, they didn't know anyone. You know what I mean? Like, they're this Netherlands bit better. You know, they got Van Dijk, De Vrij, who's ripping out the back. Timber, like, but up front, like, they got Depay playing, Gakpo. I know Gakpo's doing well, but these guys are far cry from their yesteryear of players. But listen, they're actually doing well, so that means they're being coached well, playing well as a team. But Italy, Brazil, remember, like, 94, like, when Italy played Brazil in a World Cup final, those two teams what they would do to these incarnations of their teams now, man. Oh, just Donnarumma, damn, like the goalkeeper, like, he's a worldwide star. He's massive. He's probably their best player, and he's their captain. But when your goalkeeper's your best player, you know, I don't know. That's, but even like me, damn, I saw it. And I'm like, man, I knew, like, yeah, Barella's alright. Like, he's a good player, but, like, what I mean is comparing them to the Italian team that won the Euros, you know, whenever it was. I think they won. Did they win 2010? They got to the final in 2000. Like, they won it again in 2020. Like, these teams, this Italian team is shocking compared to them. Italy's problem would be choosing the better player between Totti and Del Piero. I think Del Piero choked on the big stage, to be honest. They're not good player for player, Dan. But like I said, neither Brazil. Brazil, terrible. Terrible. Totti, I think, proved, you know, when they won the World Cup, was at 04, he was playing. Del Piero was coming off the bench. Even in Euro 2000, Del Piero came off the bench and missed two absolute sitters. He choked for Italy on the big stage. He might have been amazing for club, but Totti performed better for Italy. They're both, like, more number 10s. Del Piero is probably more of a number, like, a 9 in the end, but I think Totti performed better for Italy than he did. Forza Inter Milano, there you go. KP, Manchester United are playing Rosenborg BK next Tuesday, 2 a.m. Yep, they are. Straight after the Euros finishes. I think they're playing the next day. But they don't have that problem now. Yeah, they don't. That's right. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, having good. I was just, when you say it, I'm just thinking it in my head, like, trying to think who's better. Yeah, that's true. They had problems like that back then. Think about it. They had Totti, Del Piero, Pirlo, even Verratti at the end. You know, you had a backline of, I'll go through a generation of their backlines. They had Maldini, Baresi, Costa Curta, Panucci. Then they had Zambrotta, Nesta, Maldini still there, Chiellini, Bonucci. That's just off the top of my head. You know, so, and that was just in the back line. I was just naming defenders then, not even attackers. You know, I remember Euro 2000 had Marco Del Vecchio, Alessandro Del Piero, Francesco Totti. What a team they had, like, when you actually think about it. But like I said, that is a chat for another time. I'll bring up the next fixture. So yeah, we will talk England through, which, you know, like I said, I think it was Joy was the only one really tipping them. A lot of us saying they were going to struggle, but they got it. Penalties. They've got some good penalty takes. You know, they went from a nation that weren't good at penalties to, I think, being a nation that's got very good penalty takers. Even players that aren't there, they got some, like, if Rashford was there, he's a great penalty taker. Kane wasn't on the pitch. He's obviously their number one penalty taker. So, yeah, they got some good penalty takers. And Luke Shaw got on the pitch, which I think is that's a big in for them. They're going to have an actual left back playing now. So yeah, England through to the next game. Netherlands beating Turkey 2-1. Netherlands went 1-0 down. They showed some steel. They showed the signs of a good team to come back and win. De Vrij with it was however you want to pronounce it, with a smashing header for the equaliser. And then what they thought was Gakpo with a winner ended up being, it was clear own goal, but it did look like Gakpo scored. But you don't score an own goal like that unless it's the pressure's on you and it's been put into a really dangerous area. But Netherlands, I think, is reaching their first semi-final of a Euro in 20 years or something, which is crazy saying it. They're, such a huge nation. And they made the 2010 World Cup final, I think. They've had some good teams in this time too, like we're saying, but they're obviously being coached good. They're playing really good. Like, you got Van Dijk and De Vrij at the back, De Vrij, whatever, and then you got De Ligt on the bench, Mickey van der Ven, these guys on the bench to come in who are top level players. They're missing De Jong. De Jong's injured, missed the tournament. He's not there. Their best midfielder probably. The place they really lack, I think, is the centre forward. They're playing Depay. Coleman likes him because I just don't think there's anyone else. They got that Xerxes that's probably about to sign for Man United. He's on the bench, so he's obviously a good player. Crows winning the Premiership next year. Dan says. The minor or the latter? I'd like that. If that happened, Dan, I would really like that. Let's give that a love heart. I'd like that if that happened. Give that some love hearts. KP, I like your streams, brother. Thank you very much. Did the wild sign too. That's my sign. Zach, I'm from Australia. He's just shipping up to Boston. Zach. I like this Zach. Zakao is Zach now. Just Zach. Zach has been there. He's been with us since Hunky Food Dudes, man. He's all-time legend. All-time legend of HFD Media. He's been with us so long. But yeah, Turkey going home. They surprised probably everyone, barring Turkey fans, really. I don't think anyone but Turkey fans thought they were going to get that far. I don't think anyone thought they were going to get past Austria, and they did. Their goalkeeper made the outlandish save, like, to keep them in it. And then Bart Verbruggen did that same thing the other night. Was it last night or the night before, for Holland, to keep them in the dying seconds? He made an absolute cracker save from one of the Turkey players. It was an unbelievable save. Hashtag KP to go. Thanks, mate. Thank you very much. Yeah, he made a cracker save to keep them in it. Was he at fault for the first goal? No, they were saying he was. I can't even remember it now. But yeah, De Vries' header was cracker. The winner was created really well. Verbruggen has been excellent this tournament. Do you know Man United were going to get him? And this fact, they've said it, instead of Onana, and they went for Onana. And yeah, Bart Verbruggen, man, he went to Brighton and he ended up not playing that much. He was getting in and out. But De Zerbi, man, is younger. I reckon it would have been better if United went for Verbruggen, maybe. Maybe it's still a chance for him to go there. He's at Brighton. There'll be a big move coming for him soon, the next year or two, I'd say. Doesn't work out with Onana, I don't know. If it doesn't work out with him this year, does he? He's had 1 year. He's got another year to solidify that. Could it still happen? But I do think Bart gets a big move within the next year or two. Yo, KP, I have some cool news to tell you. Tell me, man. Tell me. Tell the chat. Tell HFD. But that was the last result, guys. And so I'll bring the results up one more time so everyone can see them, and we'll just gloss over the results again before we bring up the semis for everyone. So Spain sent Germany packing, but not too far because it was on home soil. 2-1. Olmo scored the goal, I think, off the bench and set up the winner. France, Portugal in what was really a dire game. Ended up going to penalties. France just took their penalties wickedly and sent Portugal packing. Was that Ronaldo's last tournament? I probably think so. England, against what a lot of people tipped, knocked Switzerland out on penalties. Like I said, they've actually got a good penalty taking team now, which, you know. And Netherlands sent Turkey packing 2-1. There we go. Let's get them down. I met one of Joel Ward, the captain of Crystal Palace's good mates. There you go. Here is in Australia. German fans first time dealing with Anthony Taylor. Probably. I'd say so. You know, I don't like the English refs. Yeah, he's in Australia. Cool. I don't like... What's the one that was doing the... He hates United. Oliver. Don't like Oliver at all. Don't like Taylor. Don't like Oliver. What's the other one? Is it Adrian? Don't like Adrian. He's like a bigger guy. Don't like him. Can't remember his name now. Mark Clattenburg, mate. He let that goal happen against Tottenham. What a legend. Howard Webb, legend. He was like a 12th man for Me United. How come Turkey changed its name to Turkey? I don't know. Apparently they're saying that's what they want to be known as now. My dad was saying, like in the UN, it's like a thing, like not just for soccer. They want to be referred to as that, apparently. That's what my dad was saying. I'm not 100% sure why. So not 100% sure. But that's what my dad told me. So you know, they want to be known as that. I think Czech Republic want to be Czechia now as well. So they've changed to Czechia. So they've gone from Czechoslovakia to Czech Republic to Czechia. What does that say? What's the local name for Cyprus? Like us? Gipro. Gipro, we say. That's how you say it with us, yeah. Gipro. And Greece would be Elava. To be honest, my opinion, KP, I like both Brighton Hove and the famous Palace boys. Yeah, I don't mind either of those teams. But I sort of hate everyone in the Premier League. Anyone that plays against Man United, I'm very... But I admit it. I do admit it. Hellas, yeah, but not the country. Isn't it? It's more... Yeah, Hellas. Hellas is what the soccer team was known as that. The soccer team is definitely Hellas. 100% Hellas. GT spot on with that. But the soccer nation, calling them Hellas. And yeah, is that more a nickname, GT, than an actual... I mean, Elava is how you would pronounce it in Greek. Hellas is, yeah, you're probably right. Cyprus would be Gipro, definitely. It'll be like this. I'll put it in as HFD. They're not. Soccer's their number one sport. They're just very good at basketball now. They've got some very good basketball teams. Their soccer team has obviously won a European Championship in 2004. They're just very good at basketball, and especially when you got the notoriety, like the fanfare when you got a player like Giannis has come out of your country, plays for Greece as well. You can see you got one of the at a time the best player in the world has come for your country. That gives it a lot of fanfare as well and a lot of support. So yeah, they're just very good at it. They're a lot better, probably, let's say, at basketball than they are at soccer, like at this current time. But in saying that, they've won a European Championship like they did. So, but yeah, KP, how's your soccer team going in 2024? Going very good, man. We're sitting second at the moment. Just had us, just like, what are we? Just over halfway through the season. So I'm going to watch Colombia versus Uruguay on Thursday at 10 a.m. Victoria time. It's Thursday morning, isn't it? The Copa America final, I might do a watch along for it because I'm sure it'll be at a real good time. We'll see what day it is. See if I can actually watch one. We will see what we can do. Because at a real good time, I'll try watch it. Greece basketball atmosphere is crazy. Their soccer atmosphere is crazy. I'm telling you as well. They're mad. Like, they go mad. It's like death sentence. Some of these places, like, they're crazy. But I'll join if so. Yeah, I'm gonna try. I'll try to do it. I haven't done a watch along for a while, but I'll bring them back early on in the year because they'll be at good times as well. But so we're going through the quarters. Let's meet the semi-finalists, guys. I got this here. Meet the semi-finalists. So that's your semi-finalists. You got England, France, Netherlands, and Spain. That's Bukayo Saka, Kylian Mbappe, Cody Gakpo, and Lamine Yamal there. And the semi-fixtures are Spain versus France, Wednesday, the 10th of July. Over here, it will be 4:30 in the morning. And then Thursday, the 11th of July, Netherlands, England, also 4:30 in the morning. What are you guys thinking there? What's the tip? Spain, France. You know what? If it was earlier, if it was at the start of the tournament, Spanish-French War revisited, I would have tipped France, but I'm going to tip Spain. You know, you can change tips and as a tournament goes on, and they just haven't got going. I mean, listen, Mbappe could turn it on any time and just destroy a team. Monday the 15th of July, 10 a.m. I may do it. So Monday the 15th of July, 10 a.m. I may do the watch along for that. I'll try to do it. I think I can do it. See what I can do at Monday. I'll see what I can do, man. Yeah, so if it was the start of the tournament, I definitely would have picked France. But yeah, not really, GT. Not really. It's been, they've scored own goals, but they haven't conceded. And when you're that good defensively, that, you know, and you've got the pedigree of winning tournaments. You've got a coach that's won it. You've got arguably the best player in the world as your captain, which he probably is now, the best player in the world. And such a stacked team. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They've been solid, and they could turn it on. You know, they could rip a team apart. You know, like they got Dembele on the right wing. That I don't even think he knows what footy is. I was watching Patrice Evra talk about him. The guy is so comfortable on either foot. It's not funny, you know. So defending against him is so hard. Same with Mbappe, Griezmann, Camavinga, Tchouaméni, Kante. What a midfield. Yeah, they're stacked. Maybe I'm too bullish on them. Maybe no, but they have been solid. You're spot on. But GT is also correct. They haven't got going at all. If you look at it, like they haven't got going goals wise. So yeah, like I don't know. It's real hard to pick a winner at this stage of a tournament. But you know what? I'm gonna say Spain. I think Spain may knock out France. Yeah, yes. Yes. The chance he missed against Argentina. I'm saying France 2-1. It's a tough game, man. Listen, start of the tournament, I tipped France to win it. I think I said France, England, Germany. I think they were the three I picked. Were they the three I picked? I can't remember. KP, I gotta go. Have a good one, bro. Take it easy. Take it easy. I'm shipping up to Boston. See you soon, man. Boys will be back tomorrow, and then me and the big man Chris C will be back Wednesday night. Hope to see you on both of them. Take care, man. Absolute legend. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with Spain. Viva la revolution. There you go. What a legend. Viva la France, Ken. I like getting that Ken Wolves back, man. It's been good having you back. All right. Bring up the next one. Doesn't really need to be brought up, but we will bring it up. Netherlands, England. It's a hard game to tip, man. Just trying to think. Going forward, they can get them, but it's just Southgate has them. On a random note, they have their elections as well, the French. Do they? Yeah, like they've got the ability to hurt Netherlands if they get let off the chain, but will they get let off the chain? That's the cool. I mean, we've been asking this same thing for I don't know how many years has he been in charge, and we always say, oh, do it this time, do it this time, do it this time. And Netherlands, I mean, they're showing they're good. They showed some steel to come back from 2-1 down. They've had some good wins. They've had some, they've been beaten too as well. Who'd they lose to? Did they lose to Germany? I can't remember even. I can't remember their group. Maybe France? No, Austria. They lost to Austria. And, they've ended up going further than them. That's why you can never count your chickens like in a tournament like that. You could win the games and it's knockout. It's anything can happen. It's so listen, I'm gonna go Netherlands. I've got some Dutch friends that gonna go over them. It's very hard at this moment to tip teams. The worry for me is Netherlands on the counter, they're very good on it. Yeah, I agree. They're good. England can definitely hurt them too. They're they can hurt them. They got players to hurt them. I think England's midfield is better. If you're going Mainu, Rice, Bellingham, that's what he went. That's better. But all three good players. And like you said, Mainu's a generational talent. Rice is great. Bellingham's a generational talent. So two absolute, they can be stars for the next 10 years playing in that midfield, and Declan Rice probably a star for the next 5 or 6 years. So, I mean, you got Harry Kane, Saka, another player that's going to be a star for the next 10 years. Who's he playing? Could play Cole Palmer. I don't know who he plays. Luke Shaw's back in, which looks really good for England. That's a big in for them, having actual left back that overlaps and crosses with his left foot. But Holland have looked solid. Netherlands, sorry, they've looked solid. I'm going to go Netherlands. I don't know. Either way, I probably think the winner is coming out of the other game. That's me personally. I think the winner comes out of Spain, France. See if we can. I don't know if I can. We'll do a show after the semis. When's the... It can just be a quick one, really, because there'll only be 2 games to look at and 1 game to review. But when are the semis? So I said Thursday, Friday. I mean, I could try do it maybe Sunday night, do a little review or something. I'll see. I don't know if I can. Unpopular take. Rice has been poor for England. Not solid, good. Not solid, not good, poor. Yeah, it probably hasn't been good for them. But I'm just saying, you know, he's a good player. Like, Mainoo's probably been better, and Bellingham hasn't been that good either this tournament. But when he's needed to stand up, he's stood up. Like for penalties, obviously the bicycle kick, he's really stood up when his country needed him. So yeah, listen, they're probably going to be good games too. Listen, will Spain, France maybe be a bit of a bore fest? France might make it like that. England are like that too. I hope it's not an England-France final because it'll probably be boring. Spain, Netherlands final will probably be good. Probably a real good final. Was Kane injured or just... Apparently he reckons he's not, but he was hobbling and he got knocked into Southgate by... Who was that player that did it? Was it Akanji? It could have been Akanji. One of them cracked him. And he's saying, yeah, I'm fine, I'm fine. Like, any players can say, I'll say I'm fine, I'm fine. But he got taken off, so he couldn't have been fine. There was something. Tony with a no-look penalty like he does with his bets. Just doesn't look and just tap, 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 tap. Oh, yeah. 1 to 39, yeah. It's the best. But yeah, listen, only go Netherlands. What's Genwell say? What's GT say? What are we saying before we go? Before we wrap it up, guys? Before we wrap it up, what are we doing? Who are we tipping? Who's going to win it? Let's end this poll. I'll end this poll. So, 53% have said Spain, 23% Netherlands, 15% England. France got the least amount of votes. GT's going orange. He's saying Netherlands. He's going orange, mate. He wants them. GT wants orange. GT looks so young in his profile pic, doesn't he? He told me he was a Bapu, and look at him. He looks like a newly drafted football player. Like, looking wild. Canada, Copa America champs. France, Euro champs. Canada, Finalisma champs. Revenge for the Canadians. There you go. Up Canada, eh? Hey, mate, get to a semi. What a job for them, eh? GT. And the big man comes in. Right here. When we're about to leave, he comes in for a little hello. He probably didn't even like the video. You know what he's like. Yeah, I tend to go with GT. I think Orange will go. I think they'll get it. I'm going to go Netherlands. I just like Marsh to succeed. That's what you get, USA. He's a good manager. Who was he with in the Premier League? Any Palace? It was Palace. Give us your tip, big man. Yeah, Chris. These are the fixtures, man. We want your tips. Spain, France, Netherlands, England. Give us the tip. Leeds. Yeah, he's with Leeds. Yeah. It's not Palace, Leeds. France and England. So France-England final. Don't want that to happen. Just for the Borefest. But, listen, he could very well be right. It's hard to tip it here, isn't it? It's real hard to tip now. France, Spain is going to be such a good game. Anglo-Saxon War. Spain, France. Yeah. Listen, back to the Middle Ages again. It's, like I said, it's real hard to tip now. But, in saying that, thanks everyone that came in. It was actually been a real good show. Real good show. We had a lot of heads in. Damn, shipping up to Boston. Genwell. I can't remember who else. GT. Zakal. There was a few other people at the start chatting. It's been a real good show. It's been a real good Euros, eh? Bit of a shock, like Turkey getting this far. Germany getting knocked out. Like we said, I think it's a bit of a shock. Listen, it's going to be good. Hopefully I can do a review after the semis. It's a bit hard with all the stuff we've got going on. KP, who do you follow in Copa America? Well, now I don't really go. To be honest, any of the three that are left, aside from the four that are left are Canada, Argentina, Uruguay, Colombia. I wouldn't mind if anyone wins. I'd rather all three of them over Argentina, really. I've never really gone for Argentina. My dad used to really love Brazil because he grew up with Pele and all that. So usually South American team, I would always have a soft spot for Brazil. But I don't mind Uruguay because we knocked them out of a World Cup qualifier, Australia, and it was really good. I don't mind Colombia. I just like the football, watching that. I want one of the other three to win. I don't really want Argentina to win. They won the last Copa America. They won the World Cup. It's, Messi's won enough. Let's give it to someone else. Colombia, it would be good for James Rodriguez. He's, turning back the clock for Colombia. Be really good for him to win it. Uruguay would be good for them, First team to ever win a World Cup and whatnot. Canada, imagine Canada won it. That'd be crazy. I don't think anyone would tip Canada to win it. Imagine they knock out Argentina. That'd be pretty big too. So, yeah, any one of the other three. It doesn't bother me at all. Doesn't bother me at all. But in saying that, guys, thanks so much for everyone that came in. If you're new, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. It's a real good show. The boys will be back tomorrow, I believe, and then me and the big man will be live on the couch from the studio Wednesday night with the HFD Podcast. So, footy review show tomorrow. And then I'm sure back to watch-alongs from Friday onwards. Okay, take care, Kepi, and everyone live chat tonight. And good night and stay safe. Everyone take it easy, Zach out. Take it easy, everybody else. Peace. See you on the next one.